Hi guys, Shirley and Ralph. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, I have an early childhood program in my home where I care for up to 14 little ones under the age of 5, and I create content to help you run an amazing early childhood program in your home. So today I'm going to be doing a little day in the life of a childcare provider, and I'm going to take you through my day. Hopefully you guys won't be bored. Well, I don't know. It's always busy around here, so anyway, so I am just going to show you what we're getting ready to do. In my program, we have 14 kids and I have 2 staff members that are going to be coming in to help me. We also have 2 extra staff kids that are going to be here today. I never know who's going to be floating in around the house. My sister sometimes brings her extra older kids, so we'll see how the day goes. First things first, though, I always have to start my day with my workout. I do at least a 15-20 minute workout. I do have some personal fitness goals that I've been working on. So I've been bumping it up to doing a lot of weights in the morning. So I already did that. For my 15-minute workout, I did my 15-minute workout, but I'm definitely going to be doing 45 minutes because my jeans are fitting kind of tight lately these days. Anyways, behind me you can see all the stuff I'm going to be working on straightening up over here. I'm going to be getting activities set up for the day before my girls come in, and I'm going to be doing my morning meditation. Okay, so this is all the clutter from yesterday that I got to get taken care of here. I just cleaned out a bunch of stuff, so I'm going to be organizing all this stuff over here. I like to have my entryway all cleared out before the kids come in. I don't like families to walk into a hot mess. So I am going to work on getting all this stuff taken care of over here. All right, guys, through the magic of TV, my whole house is presto clean. I'm going to take you on a quick tour around my space. I cannot start my day without my upstairs space being clean. I just feel like I'm just not ready to start my day. But anyway, so I did my my straightening up of everything. The kids are getting ready to come. Let's see. Oh, they're supposed to be here like 12 minutes ago. So I got lucky. I got a few extra bonus moments in the day. So I get everything all cleaned up. I do my morning meditation, my morning prayer, my exercise. I didn't bother to take you guys through all that because I didn't think it was that exciting to watch, but I am going to take you on a tour of our upstairs space because I'm always interested to see what kind of space different people have. So if you've seen our entryway video, then you know that this is where the kids have all their things. When they come in the door, they're going to put all their things there. This is the adulty space. We have a little spot over here for shoes. One sunny day, I want to have a nice big entryway mudroom there, but we don't have that yet. I straightened up over here, got all this area. I like all the countertops to be clear before the day starts. I like my living room area to be all straightened up and ready for the day because when we go on our break, this is where we hang out and I want things to be uncluttered in that area. Yeah, so this is what our upstairs space now we're going to be going down to the downstairs space. I am going to be working on getting that area cleaned up. Oh, over here we have a lot of dishes on the counter. One of my assistants is going to come in and she's going to take care of straightening up that space for the kids. I just got a note from one of my parents. I'm not sure if one of our kids is not coming in today, but I have a bunch of things that I'm going to be working on putting away down here. I'm constantly going on to Marketplace to find new things for the kids. I just got all these new toys for the kids, and I got some a bunch of other random things that need to get cleaned up. So I'm just going to work on getting our downstairs space cleaned up. It should have been straightened up at the end of yesterday, but that didn't happen. All right, so I just straightened up that area over there, put away a lot of the things that were up there. I can't stand to start my day with clutter. It makes me crazy. We still have, let's see, it's about a half an hour and the kids are coming in late today, which is really lucky for me. But I am going to switch out some of our play centers. So we have had this little block area set up with the playhouse. The kids have been working with that for the last couple weeks. We just got some new toys in, so I'm going to add these to that area. I was thinking I will set out a different set of blocks and all these construction vehicles. Eventually these are going to go into the outdoor classroom, but I thought that would be fun to introduce them in the indoor space today. We also have these alphabet learning blocks, so I'm going to set that out. This is going to be for a different day. And then we've been working on shapes with some of our younger kids. I'm not sure. We were supposed to be doing, my assistant was supposed to do rectangles and squares versus circles and ovals, but we have all different kinds of shapes out here. So I'm going to have that activity set up for the kids. I love to have a welcome activity ready for the kids when they come in. One of our gross motor activities for the day is going to be using this hullabaloo game. We did it yesterday as it was in the instructions, but we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Each one of these little cards has different shape and color and a different action. So what we're going to do during group time is I'm going to set up a group space over here for the kids. During large group, we'll probably have like 6 or 7 kids in that space. and we will be working on pulling up the card. What do you see on the card? They get to, you know, identify the action and the color and the shape, and then we're going to have them reenact whatever it is on the cards. For our group time, when we do our large group time, we have all the kids sit down during the meal at this one area. So then I'll read a story, introduce the activities for the day, maybe have one of the kids share something that's special from home, or go over our letter cards, or whatever it is, whatever our large group activity is for all of the children at once. We always do it at the table while the children are eating. That way they have something to keep them occupied. When I was a kid, I hated group time, large group time. I thought it was the most boring, horrible thing ever. So we do one large group time while the children are eating, and that's just so that everybody can connect and talk a little bit about, you know, what we're going to be doing for the day, do our story time, do a group discussion, and talk about what's going on in our family. And then we do our small group activities. So the kids can float in and out of these activities based on their age and their preference and what they're interested in doing. So we'll have this activity set up over here for the kids. We'll have another activity set up over here, another activity set up over here, another activity set up in this space, and then we're going to have our construction vehicles. Hi, Silas. Our construction vehicles set up over here. So we have lots of spaces for the children to play, lots of opportunities for them to learn and build relationships and practice communication, but we're not all in the same space at the same time. And I predict that this hullabaloo activity is probably going to be pretty interesting for the kids. They're probably going to be excited about it. So the kids will rotate in and out of that. We have a certain number of pillows over here, and I set the pillows up in a little semicircle. However many pillows there are, that's how many children can participate. And then when some of the other children leave, because they really only have about an attention span of about 15 minutes maybe. Those are the older kids. The younger kids, it's like 5 minutes. They do a few things, they move on to something else, they come back in, and that'll be one of our centers this morning. All right, so we have our group time space set up for the kids when they come in. I have the hullabaloo game set aside because I don't want them to spread all the pieces everywhere. And then over here, one of our new play provocations is going to be this construction worker area over here. We have a new guy who just started. He loves cars, so I've been setting up some little car activities for him. And then over here we have a writing center set up. We're working on writing our names and practicing letters. And then over here we have our activity that's going to be differentiating between circles and ovals, squares and rectangles. And then, oh, here's our hullabaloo stuff. So we have that set up on the side. We also have some other activities that we can pull out quickly for the kids if we need some extra things to do. It just kind of depends on our morning, how things are going to go. Here's Luca. Hi, Luca. Luca Duca. Hi. We have this little space over here for him, so sometimes we let him just kind of hang out in here. Then we have to make sure that all the little things like the cars are picked up. So this is another activity that we had set out from last week. The kids are really having a lot of fun with it. So we're just leaving it out, these little roads. And this is one of the books that the kids have really liked reading. So we're gonna have that available for our new kids. Okay guys, so I am upstairs right now. It is 8:30 and I have my assistants downstairs working with the kids. We have 10 kids down there, I think. Probably 10 kids down there. I was down there in the beginning and I started getting the kids all set up. We have a new little one that just started, so you know, got him settled in. He started to want to cling on to me. Like usually the new ones will pick one person that is like their person that makes them feel safe. So we always say we want the children to feel happy and safe at school. So we have one person that is just designated to follow the little one around and answer most of their need for attention and affection. Of course, all of us help out, but it is really helpful in our program if we have one person who's just primarily responsible for helping the new child get acclimated. So I set my assistant up with the little guy because I do all the curriculum. So I usually am the one that's like the timekeeper for the day. And I set up all the centers, and then I run like the large group and then the main small group, which will be our movement activity today. So it's really helpful for me to have her to help our little one settle in, and she's just going to be there as much as he needs. Hugs, snuggles, cuddles, stories, a hand to hold while he's getting acclimated to the program. So I'm going to be working on making our eggs right now. We're having egg burritos for breakfast. I wanted to do bananas, but I got to Costco and all the bananas were super green. So I think we're just going to do eggs and cheese and burritos, and that's going to be plenty for the kids. They're going to love it. Okay, so I'm just going to talk a little bit about how all of our roles are in our program. So as I mentioned before, we have 3 assistants. Oh, I'm cooking right now. I have 3 assistants. We have Myself, I have my degree in early childhood development. I've been doing this for 30 years, so obviously I'm running the show. And then my sister, she's been working with me for 2 years. She's working towards her CDA, and she's been working with the kids for a while, so she's really good as far as like managing the classroom when I'm not in the classroom. And then we have Miss Ingrid, who is also really great, but she speaks primarily Spanish. So sometimes it's difficult for her to be able to communicate with the kids as far as like redirecting and that sort of thing. So we always pair her up with another primary. There's, you know, Teresa or I, and then that way if she's working with the kids and she's having a hard time to getting them to listen, then we just reinforce what she says. She is amazing at doing all of the backup stuff that makes the rest of our program run smoothly. Like she is really great at cleaning. She's really great at food prep. She's really great at helping our little ones who are struggling emotionally. So if they need someone to hug them or hold them or rock them, she's really great at helping with the babies. You know, we all just know what our strengths are, and we play to our strengths and make sure that all of the children's needs are met.
Okay, so I have breakfast ready, and I'm going to start getting some of our kids up to go to the bathroom. We have these breakfast burritos, and then over here in the air fryer we have some tater tots that we're going to be serving with our breakfast burritos.
Okay, you're right. That's the match. There you go. Now it's going to be Lane's turn. Remember, we're going in a circle and we're taking turns. Hang on, Lane. Let me get you a letter here. Let's see. Which one can we get for Lane? Oh, do you know this letter, Lane? What letter is it? Good guess. It's the letter W. What does the letter W say? Wah, wah, wah. Can you see anything that starts with a wah, wah, wah sound? Web, you're right. W and web, these ones go together.
All right, guys, so it is almost lunchtime. We just got back from our walk with the kids. We got all the kids in the background there. They're in the play enclosure. Uh-oh, somebody's sad. Oh, looks like they're working it out. Okay, so I'm getting ready to go inside, and I am going to make lunch for the kids. We did our activities this morning. We went on a walk. Now the staff are going to be outside working with the kids, and I am going to be working on making our lunch. All right, guys, so I'm inside and I'm getting lunch ready for the kids. I bought these 2 weeks ago for the kids, and then we never ended up using them for the recipe that we had. So we have 80 million croissants. I'm going to be making some croissant roll-ups for the kids. We're going to be doing turkey and cheese. One of the families that just started with our program does not eat any beef or pork, so we're keeping that in mind, and we've just adjusted our menu so that the things that we're offering are turkey and chicken instead of beef and pork. To me, it's really not a big deal, so that's what we're working on right now. I'm going to be going downstairs. Our lunch today is going to be these turkey and cheese roll-ups for the kids, and then we're also going to be having some strawberries, and they have chips today. We don't really do chips very often, but every now and then it's fun to have a treat, right? So that's what we're gonna have for lunch today. So we're gonna be working on that, and then I'm gonna go downstairs and get all of the cots set up for the kids. That's gonna be the next thing that we do. The girls are gonna have the kids outside. Right now it's 11:30, so the kids are gonna come in at 12. They're gonna start going potty, washing hands, all that fun stuff, and get ready for resting time. It's really important that you keep your kids outside for a certain amount of time during the day, both so that they can be regulated, and then also just so that they'll all be on the same nap schedule. If you don't get them on the same nap schedule, your day's going to be a hot mess. Our new little guy, we had a new little guy who started today. Unfortunately, I don't know if this little guy is going to work out in our program, so we're going to have to see how the rest of the day goes. He does require a lot of one-on-one, and in the time that I've been open, I've had 5 children. We've been open for 2.5 years. I've had 5 children who have needs beyond the scope of what our program is designed for. So unfortunately, you know, we're probably going to have that conversation with mom today, because I don't want to let it loom on and then have to, you know, have her find care later on. I'd rather just, you know, deal with it first thing when the child first starts, rather than have them get all settled in and think that everything is going well and then find out it's not going well. We've had a lot of students that have learning differences, and for most children we can accommodate it, but sometimes we can't accommodate the care. And if I know that one child is going to require a lot of constant one-on-one care and a lot of physical redirection, then I just know that it's not going to be a good fit for us, because we have to take into account the needs of all the children in our program and make sure that everybody has a happy and safe day at school, and that, you know, our staff are not being overwhelmed with children who are not a good fit for our program. So that's going to be the sucky part of today. But most of today is going really well, though. All right, guys, so it is a nap time. We got all of our cots out. The kids were laying down and resting. We had one girl, Tracy was working on doing all of the cleanup. So we disinfect all the toys during nap time to make sure that we're not spreading cooties around. It's cold and flu season here. And then that's also the time that we take breaks. So normally we would have 2 full-time staff members. So it would be myself and Teresa would be here. And then we have Miss Ingrid just in the morning. But today I knew we were going to be having another new little friend, and Mom had warned me that he might need a little bit of extra support emotionally getting settled in. So we just decided to have Miss Ingrid stay for the full day today. I'm really glad we did, because we do definitely need an extra person to help with our new little friend. So we got the toys disinfected. We got everything cleaned up from the morning. We have our little friend, he had a meltdown during the middle of nap time. He was screaming and crying, and so we had to bring him out of the room. We had to actually physically take him outside of the house because he was pretty loud. Normally we don't have the staff to do that, but today we did. So I'm on my break right now, filming this video for you guys. And the afternoon, so the rest of our afternoon is just going to be, the kids are going to sleep. Right now it's 2:30, so the kids are going to take their nap. They're going to wake up around 3:15. Then we start doing the whole potty, diaper changes, hand washing, getting snacks ready, and then getting ready for the rest of the day. Also, another thing that happened today is I have one of my clients is receiving subsidy care, and I just have so many feelings about subsidy care. You know, when I first started, I always wanted to be able to provide subsidy care, because when my children were young, I really struggled to be able to pay for financially afford quality care. So as a provider, I want to be able to offer that to my clients, but the subsidy payments have been so messed up lately. I mean, I've just been having problem after problem after problem. Right now, one of the kids that are in my program has been in the program for 6 months, and they have paid nothing for his subsidies. So we've been, you know, calling them every week, and Mom's been submitting paperwork, and we've been going through this whole thing, still not getting any payment for that. The caseworker said that everything was going to be taken care of. It's still not taken care of. I'm looking inside of my account, and it says everything is expired, and we have the same child in there twice, and one of the children are missing. It is a mess. So unfortunately, this is why it's, you know, such a problem to help families that have, you know, subsidy care. I normally don't do it, but I decided to make an exception, and now we're having all these problems. So anyways, so 7 months in, we're still trying to get paid. So that's one of the other things that we're going to be working on today. So we called them, left a message. They're not even answering any of my phone calls as a provider. They do sometimes answer the phone calls for the mom, but Mom made a phone call, didn't get answered. So we'll see. So today, that's what I'm going to be working on, is working on delivering some unfortunate news to the mom who just came in, and then also working with the other mom whose subsidy payments are not going through. One of the other fun things that I get to do today are paying taxes, paying for workman's comp. Yay, get to send that out in the mail. We're getting ready to get all the kids up, and we are going to be doing a birthday celebration.
All right, guys, so I'm hopping on here. It's actually the next morning, and I'm finishing up our video. I got kind of crazy at the end of the day. Well, not super crazy, but I had to go get my Yorkie from the groomer. So I left my girls here to round out the rest of our day. That pretty much looks like the afternoons are, the kids wake up from nap around 3:15. We have out a few centers. We usually take the toys that we cleaned out of the space and just have some extra little things out for the kids to work with until Mom and Dad come. From 3 to 5, it's usually like potty, diapers, hand washing, snuggles, stories, a few activities,
and then we're just cleaning up from the rest of our morning. And then, you know, the families, usually all of our children are definitely gone by 5. Most of our kids are gone by like 4:30. So yeah, that pretty much concludes our day. Also, I did have to let mom know that we are not going to be able to care for her little one. She took it pretty well. As I mentioned, when I have families come into the program and we do our tours, I am very upfront about the care that we provide here. If I do think that a child might have issues that are beyond the realm of what we are capable of providing care for, I let families know that. When my families come in, I have a little intake questionnaire. I ask them if there are any concerns about their child's development, and then we discuss, you know, what the strategy would be. And if it's within the realm of our care here, then of course we provide care. If it's not within the realm of our care, I just think for myself and for my staff and for the other children, it's not fair to that other child too, the child that's coming into our program, to take on a child whose needs are beyond the level of care that we're able to provide. In larger programs, they do have access to extra professionals who are trained to work with children who have special needs, and so they can have a staff member who's able to shadow the child, or they qualify for other services. So yeah, anyway, so that's what we do in our program. That's how we handle those kinds of situations. I hope you enjoyed the day in the life of a child care provider today. I'm definitely going to be making more of these videos. If you have questions about how we handle different things, please leave a comment below. I would love to know what kinds of videos you want so that I can create content that's valuable and relevant to you. Anyways, thanks so much for stopping by, and I hope that you have an amazing rest of your day. Bye!